Ho ho ho, what's going on guys? 8BigLit79 here, and welcome back to the 12 Nostalgic Days of Christmas. Hope you're enjoying the series. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can catch all this episodes of the series and see all the guests that I have lined up. So now, grab yourself a hot drink, nestle down by the fire, and let's get nostalgic. Okay guys, so in this episode I'm going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Before I do that, I want to take you over to my guys, Wes and Robert from Gaming Off the Grid, to tell you about their nostalgic game.
Thank you so much for having us, 8-Bit. We really appreciate it. When you asked us to be a part of this collaboration, we had to dig way deep into the archives because we wanted to bring you something today that is dripping with nostalgia and has that holiday feel. For mine, I'm going to take you back to the Christmas of 1997, where the only thing on my brother and I's Christmas list was the Nintendo 64. That's all we wanted. Our thoughts and dreams and prayers all revolved around that console that holiday season. Flash forward to Christmas morning. We walk out, and right underneath the tree, front and center, oh, it was a console, all right. You could tell by the shape of the box. You know.
I know.
When you see a console under your Christmas tree. We shred the paper off. It wasn't a Nintendo 64.
What?
It was a Super Nintendo, the Donkey Kong Country Pack. We didn't have a Super Nintendo still in 1997. We had been rocking the NES our whole entire lives. It's weird though. We were not disappointed. We were really happy to get a Super Nintendo. We got some other games, but the moral of the story here is Donkey Kong Country. My brother and I played that game for the rest of Christmas break, day in and day out. We actually got 3 other games that Christmas that the cellophane never got taken off of.
Wow.
The music, the game, the cart mine level, unbelievable. Minds blown. We were probably 4 to 5, 6 years behind the curve, and we were the happiest kids on earth with Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. It wasn't the N64, but it was maybe the best gaming gift we ever got.
Alright, my nostalgic pick is 007 GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Not the GoldenEye on N64. I was about 11 or 12 and I got this game for Christmas. I was at my grandparents' house. I had luckily brought my PS2 with me and I got this game on PS2. And for me at the time, I dabbled with the N64 version, but I was going in blind to this GoldenEye game. And I was blown away by Rogue Agent. This game was so sweet. I remember being able to get dual weapons and being like, pew, 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 pew. Dude, this game was so sweet. And plus, I loved 007. I loved the 007 games. I was a huge fan of Nightfire on the PS2. I've spent so much time playing Nightfire on the PS2 leading up to this. And then not only that, I love James Bond, the movies in general. I own most of the movies on DVD still. It's one of my favorite movie series of all time. One of my favorite heroes.
Bond. James Bond.
He's so awesome, and GoldenEye Rogue Agent was such a sweet game, dude. Once I opened that game, I played it all Christmas Day, and then I played it the days after before we left my grandparents, and then played it when I got home, dude. This consumed my entire Christmas break, and it is such a fun, sweet game. Comparing it to GoldenEye now, it's like, whoa, there is a huge step, but I didn't have that comparison. This game was awesome. I have so much nostalgia for this game, and it's still so sweet.
It is. You know, it's a game we actually have played multiplayer a couple times since we started the channel, and that portion of the game really thrives. And I feel like, I love how you say the bar hadn't been set by GoldenEye for you, because had that not been there for me and for a lot of other consumers, and this was just a standalone 007 game,
people would have loved it.
I think it would have maybe been received a little bit different. Yeah, it is a fun game.
The ratings and stuff on this game sucked because of the comparison, I feel like. But this game is awesome.
Yeah. It's still in our collection. We still play it.
Yeah, we do.
So, 8-Bit, thanks a ton for having us, and we greatly appreciate it. Happy holidays, my friend.
Alright, thanks guys. That was a great segment. I truly appreciate you for coming on my channel and giving a piece of your nostalgia to my viewers. I wish both you and Wes and Rob the greatest of holidays and the happiest of New Year's. So, like I said for my episode, I'm going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. A game I love so much. I've got both the regular version and the Nintendo's Million Seller Edition. Actually, I got this one in a bundle deal. But this is my original one that I played as a kid and I beat. Now, the memory I have about this is, the funny thing first off is I can remember how I acquired all of my consoles that I own, except for the Super Nintendo. It's the strangest thing. It's like the one console I don't even remember how I got it. It's like it literally just appeared in my room one day or something, because I have no recollection of how I got the system. But I do remember that I had this game. And I remember being such a fan of the original Zelda on NES that I was not that much of a fan of the second one with the side-scrolling. I found it a little bit more difficult, and I just couldn't take to it. I just loved the original style of Zelda. So when this came out and I played it for the first time, I was completely blown away that they could take a game so great as that was and just make it even better. The graphics improved, the gameplay was improved, the story was improved. I mean, there basically was a story at this point. The other Nintendo, you had to read the instructions to get any kind of story. So this had dialogue. It was like a true adventure game, and I fell in love with it. So much so that when I first played this for the first time, it was middle school time, and I was just learning to play guitar. And that summer, if I wasn't playing guitar and practicing, I was playing this game, and I played it all summer until I beat it. And that was back before you had, you know, your internet and your YouTube and your help and everything. I had no guide or nothing. It was just popped it in and played it. Now I have the box and instructions. I have the whole complete in box set of this, except I have that stored away, the box and stuff. So I just have the cart here. So that's my biggest memory of the Link to the Past. Now I can't play this game any other season than summer. If I try to play this any other time, it just doesn't feel right to me. But I pop this in summertime and I feel right at home. It's the strangest thing. You'd think like Adventure Island or something, but nope, it's Zelda Link to the Past. Because of that whole summer, I played nothing but that game. And that truly is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. So that's been this trip down memory lane. I hope you've been enjoying the 12 Nostalgic Days of Christmas. And please stay tuned for the next episode. This is 8-Bit Glitch 79, and I'm glitching out.